it. These niggas pretending, these niggas ain't real, yeah, these niggas is gimmicks.
Look at you now.
You pussies be running your jaw. Y'all niggas ain't real, y'all niggas is frauds. Fuck it, I'm killing them all.
Look at me now.
Yeah, I claim I'm the shit. They ain't fucking with me, I'm naming them gypsy the way that they claiming they sick. I'm straight in this bitch, y'all niggas be taking the curve. Spitting that heat and I'm making them burn. Sick of just sitting here and waiting my turn, I'm impatient as shit. I'm back in this bitch and I'm better than ever. I'm in it to win it, I'm getting my bread up. The way that they spitting is getting me fed up. Keeping my head up, fuck with the best. Life is a bitch, but I love her to death. Fucking the world with my hand up a dress. These niggas be dissing the man in respect, but I ain't for that head, never damage the vest, nigga. Look at me now, look at me now. My circle is small, we ain't fucking around. If niggas want beef, then I'm hunting them down. Fuck all the ops. Niggas be talking but calling the cops. My niggas be bossing and calling the shots. If niggas want beef, then I circle the block. If niggas want beef, then I circle the block.
Look at me now.
Nigga, I'm in it to win it. These niggas pretending, these niggas ain't real. Yeah, these niggas is gimmicks.
Look at you now.
You pussies be running your jaw. Y'all niggas ain't real, y'all niggas is frauds. Fuck it, I'm killing them all.
Look at me now.
Nigga, I'm in it to win it. These niggas pretending, these niggas ain't real. Yeah, these niggas is gimmicks.
Look at you now.
You pussies be running your jaw. Y'all niggas ain't real, y'all niggas is frauds. Fuck it, I'm killing them all.
Look at me now. Look at us now. The money a pal. The minute you looking for action, we shutting shit down. See us niggas, we plan for this. If it's war, we terrorists. More to bury the city I'm reppin', so it's only my ass to kiss. Look at me now. Look at me now.
Hey, y'all know what the fuck this is. BGE shit.
Look, you say you out here grinding, but where you at?
Where you at?
You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back. You say you out here grinding, but where you at?
Where you at?
You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back. I been in the field with my troops.
What it do, nigga?
I be with the gang, what it do?
What it do?
BGE, KB, not KB, Chucky, Blue.
Bitch, with it.
Hey, mode, I'm about to show 'em what we do.
You don't want war, you don't want static, though. Them is your niggas, but the niggas did it. Turn out your pocket, between your fitted. Ain't nothing but true with the blues and the bitch on the way to the top, and ain't nothing regretted. Don't fuck with them niggas, the niggas be telling, talking like the bitch. Bitch, I ain't a villain, I knock a bitch, I little bitch, why is you tripping? Gang, bang. Money, murder, niggas talking, yeah, you ain't never heard them. All that capping nigga gon' get you burned up hot as fucking body. You don't never turn a black or black charger, swear, burn, syrup. You a broke bitch, boy, you drop it to a slut. Dirty ass, catch me in the foreign.
You say you out here grinding, but where you at?
Where you at?
You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back. You say you out here grinding, but where you at?
Where you at?
You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back.
I've been in the lab writing new shit, while most these other rappers just acting a nuisance. Don't give a fuck about them, I don't need their 2 cents. He hit me for a feature, I ain't heard from dude since. I got an obsession with winning and drinking and killing these beats on the daily. They love me, they hate me, I don't think a single soda, so this play they can save me. They saying I'm crazy, that I said maybe, but I swear I've been in my bag lately. High definition just fucked up the game, you thought I was dumb in a bag, baby. Get fucked with the laws of attraction, vision glories in love with the rap shit. Whole team bad, Mike Jackson, and to catch up, y'all slacking. Dripped out high fashion with the big bang transactions, cause you know the money keeps stacking, and you ain't on shit, stop capping.
You say you out here grinding, but where you at? You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back. You say you out here grinding, but where you at? You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back.
Another day, another dial for these parking meters. No orphans aside from targets. We spark from these targeted heathens from starch in the hearts of demons who far from the starks of peeling and marching like Marvin marching and stars in a partisan feeling. Yeah, gotta get it, gotta go with the flow to the O for the ones with the opposition. No part of me sees any type of honor with the artistry and with the competition. And no part of me sees a debate for the best MC like a shame just watching ditches. But the fact is I'm watching you other MCs like I was taking class from an image and no pass. Mary, bottle and talk is the harmless. The cock is shit bad like if it's a performance. A carving the card of this cautious. Jump off a diamond is parchment is part of our Oscar. And starving the arts with the thought of the art of the artist who offer the bodices. Man, I don't even do trap beats.
You say you out here grinding, but where you at?
Where you at?
You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack. From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back. You say you out here grinding, but where you at?
Where you at?
You ain't on shit, and we all know for a fact. So run a lap, turn the dub into a stack.
To a stack.
From these raps, it's a rap. This track fire, play it back.
I wake up in the morning, remove myself from the bed, get my dad ready, then I take like 12 to the head. Somebody felt what I said, who doesn't? You really want it, I really do love it, but do it all for the flex, no talking instead. And I'll show off when I'm dead, bitch I'm awkward at best, but I've robbed for a check and I've been hit for 1, 2, it was all for the best. If I told you I would do for you, the offer is dead, cause everybody inflatable, got the option you take it to. I done lost all my faith in you, but my brother's unbreakable, keep a pistol in case I do make too handsy to aim it to a machete with saber too. Got you all out of breath, and then you're talking to death. I swear I long for your dad. There ain't a motherfucking thing that they can comprehend. I do not hear it, I just be talking into the mirror. The voices in my head tell me to come nearer. Of oxygen, hail it through my esophagus, tailored to my hypocrisy, do it but diabolically, heir to entire prophecy, something you gotta stop to see, greatest in my acknowledgement, chief as a god and oddity, nothing less than an anomaly, never gon' stop it probably, building up on monopoly, giving up on animosity, everybody's after me, I just keep on my botany, they all just keep on watching me, witnessing in astonishment, they watching it, constantly beyond my dick and goblins, but hot as shit, the wild as shit, no need to state the obvious, the problem is, what's the next song and when are you dropping it? They always get so turned up and then I flop again, I'm wrong again. I just need to make a better song and then I'm on the shit, get audience and market it. 5 followers and target them, you all of this, how far you get, no need to spit the hardest shit, the song ain't even part of it. Almost gone, the weapons are both drawn, got venom in both arms. I meant to you no harm, but winning with no R's. Get 7 to 10 strong and sever the heads off. No record has been lost, a lesson has been taught. I'm lesser than end claws, the devil can jet off. Get settled in death jaws, don't ever accept loss. Prepare to reset cause, repair and correct flaws.
Chop. Hey, yo, Ren, turn that up. Feel like you stuck. Just because all the L's you been taking. It's like losing people count as well, right? Shit, I done lost 2 of them. Shit, 1 to the system, 1 in dirt. Like, this shit real. Like, how the fuck I supposed to stay right, you know what I'm saying? Chop.
A lot on my mind and this shit kinda hurt. Stay on my grind with these twists till it hurt. I'm smoking gas, put my heart in the verse. Yeah, it's fucked up, see my heart in the dirt. My mama crying, that hurt me the worst. Stuck in my waist like that app hills broke. Snotty nose kid, but I never did coke. I'm always laughing, took shit as a joke. Pain in my eyes and my heart kinda sore. It's been 4 months and the shit still hurt. He died in my arms, put that shit in the wood. My bro facing life, but no, I'm not good. I'll go back, swear to God if I could. They bones my idol, I'll never be good. I'm in the trap with my bro, yeah, we straight. You don't know you lit, you get ate like a plate. Look at my brother, big bro, we straight. It's been a lot of times when a nigga couldn't think. Remember them days when I thought I was gonna sink. Look in the mirror, what's going for me? Look for the ocean, I just want to see. Can't forget you for this shit you done done. I'm in the trap in the kitchen for real. I broke her back in the backseat, running this shit like a track meet. She ride it like an athlete. I'm in the trap doing bad things. I'm in the trap with my brothers. Gotta get a fucking struggle. Coronavirus in my bubble. Fucking it bit with no rubber. Busta rhymes when I touch it. Quarterback at Andrew Lucky. Everything I'm like, fuck it. Really can't yet for nothing. Run up on me, I'ma bust it. Dropped out of school, I was hustling. I usually make plays on the field. Now I'm hunting the field, yeah, for real. Fuck around and get a deal. Move my mama to the hills. We only smoking on backwoods, nigga. We don't fuck with no pills. Shit kinda hurt. Stay on my grind with these twists till it hurt. I'm smoking gas, put my heart in the verse. Yeah, fucked up, see my heart in the dirt. My mama crying, that hurt me the worst. Stuck in my waist like that Abios, bro. Snotty nose kid, but I never did go. I'm always laughing, took shit as a joke. Pain in my eyes and my heart kinda sore. It's been 4 months and the shit still hurt. He died on my arms, put that shit in the wood. My bro facing life, but no, I'm not good. I'll go back, swear to God if I could. They bones my idol, I'll never be good. I'm in the trap with my bro, living straight. You don't know you lit, you get A like a plate.
Annie, are you okay? I do you better, Rain, sleet, snow, any kind of weather. Tell me how you been. Got a man. Guarantee you he can't treat you like I can. On my soul, no cap, all fat. If this your favorite song, tell the DJ bring it back. Up in VIP, shorty got her own bottle, bunch of model chicks around. You can tell she never follow. Let me see you do your dance, she can bust it all night. Silhouette is looking right, make you wanna take a bite. Tell me how you doing, how you feel. Checking on you just to make sure this is real. I've been in the field, hard labor, I was working on the deal. Now I'm back to climb this motherfucking hill. I've been in the field, hard labor, I was working on the deal. Now I'm back to climb this motherfucking hill. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, goddamn, I thought you was okay. Always break it down, cause she came from a broke place. Hope fades quickly when you scheming for a bag. She had good intentions, but intentions never last. Now she out shaking ass, bust it down for a check. With a little self-esteem and too little self-respect. She said she gotta do what she gotta. Then she tried to hit me with the boom shakalaka. Almost blew me out the bottom. In the field, hard labor, I was working on myself. Now I'm back to claim this motherfucking wealth. I've been in the field, hard labor, I've been working on myself. Now I'm back to claim my motherfucking wealth. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay. Annie, are you better now? She said I'm okay.
Yo, what is good gang? It is November 21st. My name is Bama, and this is Good Gang Television. So, first of all, it's been 4 weeks, a month since our last GGTV. In that time, I've been really buckling down, trying to build something cool. So, coming this week and starting really hard going forward from here, we're going to start something that we kind of softly introduced last year, and that we're going to go full force with this year, and that's something we call the community scoreboard. And the reason I wanted to talk about this first is because you can probably see it right above me. There's a little hot or not percentage. As the show goes on, at the end of the show, we play review music. And this will give you guys a chance to actually go on, vote hot or not. If the song's good, if the song's trash, you can comment, tell me what you think. And we'll be able to factor all that in so that we can give these artists something. For those of you who don't know, I run a music agency on the side where I handle merchandising for artists, promotion, booking, management, everything from start to finish for an artist's career. So we have a lot of tools we can offer to artists, and this is a cool way for us to kind of incentivize people to come here and get in our community. So that's the first thing that we're gonna kind of be introducing today. It won't get so hype and focused, tunnel focused on until probably the beginning of 2022. But we will keep it up and we'll do it. And if you notice, my camera is beefing with me today. So if I get bright on you, it'll go away in just a second. But for some reason, I have camera issues and I'm beefing with OBS today. But for those of you who do want to get more involved inside of Good Gang TV, we have a private group on Facebook. Things like polls. If we're giving away extra stuff on a show, you'll be known first. Just kind of being in the inner circle as far as the Good Gang goes. It's a private group. If you want to get in on that, let me know. Comment. We'll get a hold of you and we'll get you added to that group. It's not like it's a charge or anything. It's just for the true GGTV family. And then, like I said, we're gonna start introducing something called Good Gang flags. So one thing about Good Gang that we've always tried to keep together is it is a gang. It's a gang. It's a family. It's a collective of people who believe in music and not just the music that they'll hear on the radio. So part of that is flags. So with my new design that we're gonna start doing, I got a bunch of different colors. I'm not gonna show you guys the design just yet because we're doing this, like I said, we're not going full force into it just yet. But I want to introduce what these are going to be. So as you can see, there's 6 different colors here. I've got, I think, a total of 10 different colors. And we're going to start having different design of bandanas. So your flags, they're not going to be mass produced. We're going to have probably 5 to 10 of each design, and that's it. And it'll only be made that one time. It's not like they're going to be collectors or anything. It's just something for our Good Gang family that will be free. We're going to be giving them away free on the shows. If you want a specific design and you want to, get involved and help support GGTV, I think I'm going to put them out there for like $5. But if you just watch the show, we're going to be giving away a bunch of them on the show as far as that goes moving forward. So that's kind of the updates that we have before we hop totally into GGTV. But I did want to mention something. In the last few weeks, I've had 4 consultations with independent artists, just confused about where to go in their career. And one thing that the one thing that I've heard from every single consultation I've had in the last month that I thought would be a good topic is fan journeys. And it sounds really salesy when you get into it, and it's really not. A lot of marketers, those of you who go on YouTube and look up YouTube marketers, a lot of YouTube marketers will talk about a friend system. Independent juice, they call it a buddy system, or independent or creative juice, sorry. And basically what it is just the journey from when a fan doesn't know you all the way up to where they're your biggest fan. And they don't get there by themselves. A lot of people like to think they do, that somebody finds your music and they show all their friends and then they buy all your merch and then they buy every single CD that comes out and you never meet them, and that's just one of your fans. And that's just not the reality in 2021. Most musicians that are making a living, not so much the Drakes and the the DJ Khaled's, but the musicians and the entertainers that are making a living are very close with their fans. When you think about fans, you should put them in different levels, but every fan of yours should be more of like a friend. When you have your brand as a musician, whether you're a rapper, or you're a guitar player, whether you're a singer, whether you're a DJ or a producer, you need to have your branding align with who you are. So your branding is just how you're represented. So that's the images that come up when your name is mentioned. The colors that you might be associated with, and it gets really granular. But really, what you really want to do is create a brand that will allow people to want to support you as your friend. So what I did with my personal music career was I had different levels of fans. I had fans that really didn't buy much. They supported the hell out of me, but they didn't support financially. Their support was in support. And that was my first level of fans. And then I had people who might buy, one copy of an album a year, and that's it. They're a $10 a year fan. And then, tiers would go up from there. And at one point I had an idea to do like a fan club where you got behind the scenes stuff. And I never got into that, but that's something that potentially a lot of artists that I talk to now are getting into, Patreon and things like that. So you want to segment out where your fans are, as far as if they've bought from you, where they are. But I don't want this to get too salesy. I don't want this to get to a point where you guys think I'm saying, oh, you need to fake to these people like you care. No. At the end of the day, these people the people that you're looking for to support you are going to be supporting your career so that you can continue to make music that they love. So you're giving them music. In exchange, they're giving you support, whether that be in their time, whether that be by sharing something, and whether that be by buying something. But if you don't think of your fans like a friend and talk to them as such, and try to help them with music, I can't see another posted status from people where they're like, excuse me, where they're like, go check out my new song, and that's it. Can you imagine if I wanted to tell my friend a story and I just said story? No, it's just not going to work. You got to talk to your fans like they're real people. If you want someone to give a shit about your album or your single or your new song or your mixtape or anything, or your career in general, if you want them to give a shit, give them a reason to give a shit. And I had to tell this on a consultation call that was kind of rough, because I don't think the artist wanted to hear it. But if you're having troubles selling good music that you believe is good music, then you're selling it to the wrong people. And if you don't segment out and think about your career as a business, then it'll never be profitable like a business, unless you get lucky. But in my experience and in my expertise, I just like to see more artists using their voice and communication more for talking to their fans and explaining to their fans why they should check out their new single or check out their new music video or their website, and not just go check it out with a link. That's my tidbit for today for independent artists. If you guys have a question, I know I got 3 of them in the inbox I'm going to answer today. But if you guys have a question that you think I can answer, and you don't want to buy a consultation or do anything like that, feel free to email us at goodgangtv.com. Here, I'll see if I can point to it. Pow! At goodgangtv@gmail.com. And send a question. We'll answer it live on the next episode. I had a question, like I said, about fan journeys. I had a question about whether or not you should be giving up percentages of your distribution in exchange for a DSP, digital service provider, putting your songs on their service. So, for example, you can go to services and pay anywhere from $10 to $20 a year and get 100% of whatever you make back. Good. You can also go to services like RootNote or Related, and you can give up a certain percentage, usually about 15 or 20, in exchange for them putting it up as many as you want all year for free, and there's never a fee. So personally, when I was at the beginning of my music career, I started with paying $20. I thought, I can afford $20 now. It's not a big deal. And I put up as much music as I wanted. Boom, 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 boom. And what happened was, and this was just my career, this was my case study with my own. What happened was I ended up losing money. I wasn't, not only was I not selling or not making enough back on streams, but it just didn't make sense for me to put money into something that wasn't making any money back. So I switched over to RootNote, and I co-signed RootNote very, very hard because I've worked with RootNote for probably close to 6 years and never had a hiccup. Everything's always been on time. You know, they've been really good about contacting me about, you know, suspicious activity, if anything's going on, so that my songs can be streamed in streams and stuff like that, and they don't just flag stuff. They're really good about working with artists. And I have no problem giving up 15%, because at the end of the day, if I make 0, 15% of 0 is 0. And if I make $1 million, I'm good on that 15%. So that's my 2 cents. Now, if you make a bunch of money and you have a bunch of splits with other artists and producers, and you end up making less than 15% on your own song, that's some business stuff that you need to handle. But from a regular artist perspective, as far as if you own the song and you're putting out a song and you're going to get 85% and you didn't have to touch it after it touched all these DSPs, that's a good exchange for me, because it's never equaled out to $20. Hold on. It's never equaled out to $20 without me making $20 back. So at the end of the day, that makes sense for me. So that was my artist talk of the day. I know that got a little lengthy. We have a couple more questions that I'll get into next episode. They kind of relate into what we're doing next episode, so we'll get into that. Before we start looking at reviews, and I really haven't even looked to see if we've gotten any new ones since we've been on, but I wanted to talk about a few things here. Sierra Miss is smacking. So if you can look over here, cut me off here. So GL's Ear to the Heat playlist. As you can see, it's not the most poppin' playlist at the moment. 8 likes, got about 2 hours on here. But the cool thing about this is I'm adding songs and taking songs off every week. And this playlist not only gets played personally at everything that I do, but it gets played inside of a couple shops here in Kearney. And we actually reach out to businesses pretty often, related businesses like bars, stuff like that, just to see if they want to play it in the background. And all this does is keep your guys' streams up. And the cool thing about all this is I don't charge for playlisting. I don't, you know, obviously it's not a huge playlist anyway. I don't charge to get people on my personal playlist. But this is a good addition for anyone who's looking to add some playlisting into their own personal playlisting budget. Because, for example, one of my playlisting services, it's usually $200. So you put $200 in, you get a couple playlists, and they're huge playlists. You'll get a couple thousand streams if the song's good. I've seen people get tens of thousands of streams. More than that, I've seen a person with the basic package get 100,000 streams. But the point is if you add that to a couple of small playlists, now you're tripping algorithms, because you're not only added to these big playlists with huge numbers, you're added to multiple playlists. And I've done it before myself, and I've done it for artists that have been on my roster that they didn't even mean to. They put $150, $200 into their promo, and all of a sudden they get hundreds of thousands of streams because they hit editorial playlists on Spotify. So make sure you're paying attention to that. If you have a song you think would match the Ear to the Heat, absolutely send it to me, but I'd rather you send it to our review show, and I'll review it on here, and if I like it, I'll add it myself. The last thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is the updated version of the website. So as you can see, if you head over to goodlife.com here, we handle a lot of birthdays, weddings, and events like that, but what we're going to focus on today is I'm a musician. And if you head down and scroll down, you can obviously contact us here, and I'll just show you. That'll take us to start an email up. It's probably going to start on something. Oh, here it is. But if you click that, it'll start to an email. But what I'm really focused on here is fulfillment and coaching. So you guys can go here and read all this. I'm not gonna read it to you, but right now I'm offering, and I don't know how long I'll be doing this. I would assume probably into next year, but I'm offering free 15-minute consultations. And basically what this is I offer a $50 hour consultation, and for musicians. And in that, what we can do is we can go over your career and what you're doing currently, and kind of decide what your next steps are. A lot of artists, especially me, even when I was in my music career, I didn't know what to do next. There was never any real solid advice on what should happen next. There was just always what I should do, and that was always a huge list. So sometimes it gets a little easier when you can segment and subject all that stuff out. But right now, if you want to set up a free call, just go to this website, goodlife.com/management. Scroll down. You can select a day that works for you and a time that works for you, and we'll get on a call. After the free 15-minute call, if you want to book a full consultation, I'd be down. Otherwise, if you need any of my services, I'd be down to talk about that too. But I just wanted to offer that to you guys on GGTV. I haven't announced all that just yet, but as always, you guys are first. So the other thing about that website that I really, really am interested in showing you guys, if you go down to the bottom here, hold on. When you first get down here and you go to other cool stuff, there's this cool shit in here called the Good Life blog. And I wanted to go over this because all of these artists currently are on the Ear to the Heat playlist. So as you can see, this is Tequila. We go over here. Did I close it? All right. Tequila right here. Rolling Star. We go over here. Venom Stay Drippin'. Venom Stay Drippin'. Shy Songwriter. Shy Songwriter. So this is a good chance if any of you guys want to get on a blog and kind of get your name on the internet. I also have independent music talk on here, but this is just a blog I started just really for myself. And I call it Fire Fridays. You can go on here and read about these artists. They're just the artists that I kind of think that are dope and stick out amongst other artists that I've been working with. But yeah, definitely go check that out. I tell people when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was be an A&R. That's it. I wanted to be an A&R. I wanted to have that job where you just sat at a computer and with a speaker and you listened to music and you got to decide who was next up. Obviously, when I grew up, I realized that's not really how that shit works. But that's all I wanted to do. So when I stopped making music and I started DJing and started doing management and consultations and stuff, I was like, why can't I do that? Why can't I just sit and help all these people accomplish what they want to do, you know? So that's kind of what I'm doing with my blog. So if you like it, go follow it. If that's not your vibe, I get it. I've got a couple songs here. Couple review songs. One of them is by Reese. Oh, I'm gonna say Reese. I think his name's Tyrese. Reese Beast. And we got another review song from Damon Freeworth. And that looks like it's Loco 079. Called Stop Woofing. Oof. Gangsta shit. Alright. As I get these songs loaded up here, we're gonna start with this Reese Beast one first. We'll get into our Loco 079 one after that. As we get into this, if you are not on goodlife.com/GGTV, if you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to copy and paste a link into both YouTube and Twitch. So if you're watching, make sure that you click on those links and you vote on whether or not you think it's hot or not. Looks like we got a comment. Let me check comments real quick. Bow, bow. Oh, hold on. Somebody else sent something in. My bad, bro. Let me check the comments real quick. Hey man, it don't gotta be new music. Send me something you ain't sent before. Is that you, Jesse? JD? That's crazy. Alright, we're gonna get into these song reviews real quick. If you guys got some, send them in. The email is right. Boom. I'm gonna get into this real quick. All right. This is Afterlife by Reese Beast.
Tommy, you're a genius.
They know what I do this shit for, man. Yeah. Money train the game, man. Free the real, fuck the rest. R.I.P. the guys, man. Check me out, though. I'm just riding through my city with no shirt. Niggas working next me and my servant. I ain't got no work. Niggas got my dough kick. Ain't this a motherfucking bitch? All y'all motherfuckers I fed and y'all can't even give me shit. I ain't tripping though, cause it ain't shit. I'ma get some money. I'ma chase the bread like it's running from me. Niggas counterfeit. I'm just 200, 4700, 100. R.I.P. the guys and free the guys. If you diss the guys, then you can beat the guys. We ain't worried about no Debo type niggas. These guns shack size. Had to sit down and strategize, cause life chess not checkers. I don't do no internet beef, nigga. I'll drop your ass like a record. I'll break your hoe like a record. Yeah, take everything she got in a purse. And I ain't even had to ride a bitch. My personality's a gift and a curse. Could've been a pimp the way I move my lip. I take the steak, saute the shrimp. Never mind, scratch that, fuck that. Had a chef butterfly that shit. Peter Pan, yeah, I'm fly little bitch. Who am I? Yeah, I'm him, little bitch. They tellin' the rep, put the rim up, cause I'm ballin' way above the rim, little bitch. Yeah, sick with it, E-fold, yeah. Used to be a little nigga, now I'm big, home. Let it smack, I don't know y'all jabronis. Y'all niggas can't hold me, can't fade me. Y'all niggas ain't working, y'all too lazy. And take that monkey shit off, we know them diamonds fugazi. Yo, they like what I do, they watching my moves, they try to copy, but it's too sloppy. They know they can't win, so they boxing me in, but the chopper come through swinging like rock. I should've just stressing me, trying to finesse me. Don't even know that I sold on fake oxy. I got a bad bitch and she try to top me. I don't know her name, I just call her the mom. On the north side of, oh yeah, that's where you find me. I need a meal ticket, wanna sign me? If not, independent, I'm grinding. Bust down and watch it, it's perfect time. Niggas say they won't chopper play, boy, I pause shit, but you better rewind it. I ain't even gotta say the name, look at my chain, must I remind you? Know these ain't VVs, but these bitches blinded. You ain't got no business, so why is you minding mine? You better fucking move around before they fight you float in the Nile. No, you love me, you just in the now. You fuck my homie, little bitch, you foul. I'm about to go pick your cousin up, go get a room, and I'm gon' dig it down. This is the shit that you don't like. This is the shit that I don't like. They gon' steal it, somebody. I'ma be a real nigga afterlife, bitch. Yeah. Money trying to gang, you know the name, man. Free the real, fuck the rest, man. I ain't even gotta say nothing else, man. Niggas already know the fuck we rockin'. Niggas already know how we standing on shit, man. Oh, baby.
Tommy, you're a genius.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Bars was hard, flow was hard, beat was hard, the song was dope, the mixing and mastering needs a little bit of work. In my opinion, it's hot. If I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I'd probably say probably like a 7.5. It was good. I don't remember any bars, which is one thing I always try to do. I always try to see if there's some memorable bars. I don't remember anything, but the flow was hard. I think the song was good. Maybe just a different engineer studio. But yeah, that shit's dope. If you guys can, go to those... I always hate pointing this shit out. Boom. Go to those links on there. If you're on Twitch, the link's up there. If you're on YouTube, the link's up there. Otherwise, if you're on the website, the link should be right up under the video on the website. So, next song we got is called Stop Woofing, Loco 079. Let's get it.
So deranged, out of pocket, stay out my way. Get with that underlay. sucker like Michael Jackson. Stop whipping, I'm about that action. Help him save him, lost his cake. I do not shit where I stay. That's something my mom would say. At 13, I was sadly 8. No packs, I was pushing weight. Thank God, only caught one case. Popped my ass at 21. Met this girl and grew with her. 5 years later, I married her. Bossed up, we stay on feet. No talking, I'm about that action. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, mother sucker like Michael Blackson. Hey girl, gon' flip that mattress, Blue Street. I got that diamond wrapped up in duct tape and plastic. Hey y'all, somebody coming. This money stashed in that attic. Knock 'em out and we gon' grab it. No pause, freestyle, I'm rapping. You scared, your heart skip beats. Beat on your chest and skip a beat. Your peasants don't wipe my feet. Keep moving, bitch, you got fleas. Contagious, get away from me. Shit suits, bite at your feet. Only rob that nigga boutique. Keep that whip, no frontin' me. Stop woofing, I'm about that action. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, mother sucker like Michael Jackson. No talking, I'm about that action. Stop woofing, I'm about that action. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, mother sucker like Michael Jackson. Stop talking, I'm about that action. Stop woofing, I'm about that action. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, mother sucker like Michael Jackson. Stop talking, I'm about that action.
Okay. Okay. What I could tell was the hook was dope. I don't love the voice. I think that you get farther off by using your real voice. It just makes the sound quality sound bad. But the hook bars were good. I thought they were dope. I couldn't tell where the hook started and ended because the beat was kind of like either you were off the beat or the beat was kind of off. But I'm not a fan. I don't love the song. But I do see how that song. I see how that song could be dope. Maybe the hook could be that low voice, and then come in with your regular voice when you're rapping. But it's kind of slow. It's kind of boring a little bit. But I could see where the guts could be. It's like a 4 for me, maybe even a 3. It's low for me. I don't think it's the best song, but I think you should definitely send some more and maybe use your real voice. We've got another song here from Reese Beast called Undertaker. So let's get to it.
Gee, I think we got one. I ain't finna tell y'all how Rock got away with this shit.
Look, ayy, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. Pussy, I ain't hurt. Yeah, I'm fighting these demons and fighting 2 cases, but still do all the word. Niggas saying this and ain't saying that. When you speak on my name, just say facts. Cause I don't need no pill. Do no drill, I'ma hop out and just handle that. Yeah. You heard what I said. Yeah. You heard what I said. If I say that shit, then I stand on it, no take back. No take back. Wanna play with your life? Okay, fuck it, I take that. Give me here. Yeah, money train that be the game. Bitch, you already know my name. If not, I ain't gotta say it. Ho, just go look at my chain. Yeah, I spent the arm and the leg on me. Tryna take my shit, I'm taking your arm and your leg from me. Let's go, we moving way like BMF. Bitch turning tricks like BMX. Official like a fucking ref. I keep shooters with me like Steph. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Fire spitter, Luke Kane, kicking shit, Johnny Cage. You can die a hero if you wanna step up and be brave. My bitch keep her attitude, had that tell that hoe to behave. Or get left at the train station. Bitch, I'm on this money train. Wesley Snipes, yeah, I'm a thief in the night. I like my bitch stick, don't give a fuck about that cellulite. I'm higher than satellites. These niggas just parasites. I'm one like a paradise. Baby, welcome to paradise. Yeah. Hey, yeah, let me get it back. Hold up. Woo. Yeah, grave digger, Undertaker, serving niggas. I'm they maker. I got flavors, non-laters. Commitment, bitch, no, I'm a player. Serving shit, I ain't no waiter. Glock came with a beam on that bitch, look like a lightsaber. Lightweight, but I'm a heavyweighter. Niggas, bitches, RuPaul. Hell no, I can't fuck with y'all. I never been no witness. Can't speak on on shit that I haven't saw. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Shit fucked up, swear to God, I can't trust my own people. This gang get deadly, swear to God, this shit be so lethal. I'm saying song with this pistol, I make your soul leave. These niggas claiming they got money, but they soul leasing. They do some dirt and tellin' they sell these niggas policing. Ayy, whole lot of gang shit. Yeah, I'm a member. I been down with the gang as far as I can remember. Niggas say they won't beef until I fucking leave it tender. Last night I had a threesome with bitches. I just smelled off Tinder. Ayy, up in that kitchen, we put that dope up in the blender. Ayy, it come in the mail, sometimes it come through in the fender. Ayy, they rate the spot, they think it wasn't nothing in there. Ayy, I do it then I might be gone until November. Ayy, yeah, my niggas gon' hold it down. I was born a king, the only thing is, bitch, I don't wear my crown. Graduated from the school of hard knocks, look at my cap and gown. I'm out on bond, got back to the streets, what they gon' do now? Huh?
Yep, that's it. That's the one. That's the song of the day right there. I'm gonna start putting a graphic on here. Boom! I can hit like S, and it'll just go song of the day. Like that shit's hard. That shit's hard. It's not a 10. I like the breakdown in the middle. I like where it sounds like it might be the end of the song, and then you just come back in with some hard shit. You said gang shit. Yeah, I'm a member. Been like that since I can remember. Like that shit's hard. That's a bar that stuck with me. That shit's hard. There was more too. That shit's real hard. I think that shit's a solid 8.5, 9. That shit's hard. I like that. Hell yeah! Shout out Reese Beast. That shit's hard as hell. All right, we got a couple of beats. Hold on. Let me make sure I turn my mic back on. Yeah, my mic's on. All right, so it looks like we got a couple of beats from my boy Justin Maynard. From what I can tell, that's you, JD, right? I'm only gonna play one today, bro. I'm gonna save the rest of these for next week. Our next episode. Our next episode will be in December. It'll be the first Sunday in December. So make sure you tune back in so that you can check out what we think of your next beats. But I'm gonna play this Purple Cup, and this will be the last song on the show today. But I want to make sure we get one of my dudes' beats in here. So let's get this. Yes, bro. That shit is hard. That shit's hard. No complaints. 0. I like that. Oh man, the beat is hard. The fucking the kicks and snare at the end. That shit's hard. Yeah, I'm into it. That to me, as far as beats go, that's a 8. 8.5, bro. That shit's hard. I'm very excited to hop on here next time, first week in December, and check out the rest of those 3 beats. So make sure you tune back in. To everybody else, I saw we got a total of 20 people across all platforms today. So not anywhere close to our normal, but that's okay. We've been without for a couple of weeks. So make sure you guys who did tune in today, you guys go on and share the lives that you see. We're going to be posting on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff as far as recap videos and stuff like that. So make sure you guys continue to support. I appreciate everyone who hopped in today. I don't have anything else for you guys. Just make sure you guys tune in back in the first Sunday in December at 4 p.m. Central. With that said,